Good morning, you daredevils coming out in this weather. Good to see you. It's such a blustery morning. It's so beautiful though, isn't it, with all the leaves on the ground? So gorgeous. Well, I'm here to welcome you and let you know if it's your first time being here, we have a wonderful welcome packet at the board desk or at the welcome desk or on the wall. So you have lots of opportunities to get that blue folder and learn about what we do. This is, for me, it's my life, this philosophy. It's just everything you'd want it to be and more. It's very, very special. We have an opening song with Joey Carroll. Welcome, Joey. And Joey is a native flute player, but he also makes flutes. And did you make this one? Oh, man. So the sound is awesome. All right.
This melody is called Walking Forward, and I think it's on solstice, because today I believe is the first day of the beginning of the longer days and longer times towards life, like this painting.
Nice. And now if you would turn to the camera and say hello to everyone out there in the world who's home watching, and just say hello because, and then turn to the person next to you and say, glad you're here today. Oh, marvelous, marvelous. Well, we are a very special center because we empower people to lead spiritually fulfilling lives. And the set of classes coming up in the new year are awesome. So please read your newsletter and see what's new on the horizon. It's very exciting. I'd like to thank the members of everyone who came. We had a circle of about 20 people, of all the people who were here early in service, and it's so wonderful. We are very grateful that they're so dedicated. And here comes someone that's all lit up. Oh, how sweet. Come on in. Oh, you're a cutie. That's great. If you have a cell phone, we'd appreciate you silencing it. Thank you very much. And I have some focus announcements. The winter solstice is Sunday, December 23rd. Is that 3rd? 1st. I forgot my glasses, sorry. It's 21st. All right. 5:30 to 6:30 here with Reverend Sue. And that's going to be a really, really special winter solstice. The office is closed next week for the holiday. And we have Christmas Eve candle lighting service Wednesday, the 24th, 7 to 8:15. That will be really special. Candle lighting is a very, very special time here. Next summer, we have Potluck Sunday, so bring something to share. And then there's the World Healing Prayer. And we keep thinking, oh, maybe 20 people will come this time because it's at 3:45 in the morning. But how many do you usually get?
Maybe 10.
10. Oh, that's awesome.
No, it is.
Very good, very good. Reverend Sue leads that in the meditation pavilion at 3:45. And it starts at 4. We are still taking canned goods for the Salvation Army. They are in need of more, all kinds of canned goods. They're on Locust, right off Cypress, but we have a bin for them, and people have been very generous. There's a New Year's Eve party, Wednesday, December 31st. And this is going to be a riot. It's a bingo party. Now you can buy extra tickets and extra bingo cards. So you get 2, and then I think it's 2 for 10, and then you can get them $1 a piece. But there'll be lots of fun prizes, and bring a snack to share. And then, anytime there's a game, Sue always comes up with 2 or 3 more, don't you? And so it's always fun. You never know what's going to happen. In the new year, we're looking for at least 2, but maybe 3 new board members on our board of trustees. So if you think that might be something you'd be interested in, please talk to one of the board members. Diana Wolfstead's here, Roy's here, and Rich Carey. Raise your hands, you 3 boards. So talk to them if you want to know what it's like. They are really great stewards of the center's funds and all that we do. They really give a lot of themselves. And then there's the music jam. Oh, this is led by Acacia because Shems and they're going to Thailand, and they're actually going to go. And so Acacia will lead that Friday, January 2nd. Okay, I can't read the next one, so you'll find it in your program. I can't believe I did that. All right. Right now, we'd like to, you want to ring the bell? Yeah, otherwise I'll have to walk over there and then what? Huh? Oh, that's right. Come on up and do the reading. I'll ring the bell. Okay.
Before I do this morning's readings, I wanted to mention the winter solstice. I've had the very great fortune to attend them with Reverend Sue, and it is truly one of the most deeply moving and richly rewarding evenings you can come to. So I invite you to come, let the weather be what it's going to be, and just immerse yourself in the evening that Reverend Sue has planned for us. So this morning's first quote is from Reverend Sunshine Michelle. Even in the midst of darkness, the light can fill the night. This season marks the deepest darkness of the year, a time of dormancy and sometimes loneliness, isolation, and despair. This time of darkness moves through the winter solstice towards the light. This is a high, holy time, symbolic of how life envelops us in many ways through a multitude of reasons and seasons. In the midst of darkness, we can know that the light fills the air with its sparkles and dust particles. We arise from a deep sleep in the shadows, which is important to our growth and development. We can be gentle and tender with ourselves. We can relax and know that when we get there, we will be there. It's as simple as that. Cease judgment and criticism, and instead allow for appreciation and flexibility with self. Release guilt, blame, and shame. Practice forgiveness and release negative emotions that keep us down. Be in the flow of divine circulation and reciprocity. We can be airlifted from the depths of the darkness into light and levity in the twinkling of an eye. This morning's second quote is from Earnest Holmes in Living the Science of Mind from 1984, from page number 431. Happiness must be based on an inward sense of security, a sense of belonging to life and to each other, a desire to give, to be kind and compassionate, and to be able to put ourselves in each other's position. Most of our unhappiness comes from our relationships with others. If we cannot be happy unless some other individual or some group of individuals admires and loves us, we have not yet realized that every person is complete within himself. For when we reach back to the true self, which is God in us, we shall have penetrated to the innermost depths of all people.
The infinite intelligence of God is all there is. It created all people, all places, all things, and it lit up the night sky. At Christmas, this is a wonderful thing to think about, the night sky, as the three wise men saw a star that took them to a community and a manger and found this beautiful family and brought gifts to the baby Jesus. I know for myself that this relationship with Jesus is so important in my life. It's so important because he represents love, kindness, generosity, compassion, all those wonderful values that we cherish. And this is the time of year that we get to be grateful for that. For all the stories, true and untrue, who knows? But I know that he was here. He left a message that continues today. Not many people have done that. So I'm grateful to be here today in this place that honors God, honors each other because we are children of God, and honors the night sky and all the stars out into infinity as it leads us to the new year and all that that represents. So I give great thanks for this moment of reflection, this moment of honoring what we're up to here in life, this moment of having a great community like this with so many friends and people who care. So I release this love and compassion and generosity and goodness to the universe, knowing it's true everywhere as we recognize it and practice it. And so it is. Reverend Sue, the night sky, I love it.
Good morning. Nice to see you. So I just have to say that before I begin, I had about probably 12 texts this morning from the Children's Church. They are so excited about what they've done for the children this morning. So I see that he's here, but there's a party back there, and he's missing it. And he's one of the central characters. So I would invite someone, maybe a board member, somebody can walk him back. Okay. All right. I think it'll be just for the teachers' hearts. They are so excited going back and forth. And I did this and I did that and I did this and do we have that? And oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait. So thank you for enduring that little moment with me. I just want those teachers to feel deeply appreciated for so much what they do. So light fills the night. Light fills the night. I dedicate this talk to Joey, and you'll understand why in a few moments. Because this time of year, as Dr. Mary's prayer said to us about the holy days of this time, we focus on these holy days from all faith paths, not just the Christian view of things, because they all are connected by the wisdom and the heart of being in the light. And in the particular story, as the birth story of Jesus, we recognize this. His radiance is the focus that demonstrated this light, this divine light, this divinity, this purity that we speak of. That light that as a tiny baby wrapped in the swaddling clothes, and that's not easy, having had a grandson. Swaddling is not easy, and I appreciate that more in the story, but I digress. But this drew the people and the animals, right, from far, far away, and they wanted to witness the curiosity of this light that the rumors were flying around, and the sky was so much brighter than it had been. And the aura of this light, as legend stories tell us, surrounded Mary and Joseph as the parents as well. And it was a luminous light that we refer to. We call it halo. We call it the aura on today. That's a much more familiar term, the aura. So if we take a moment, can we imagine the light surrounding Mother Mary? What was reflected to her at the birth of her child, knowing the story before Jesus was born, that she had that intuitive dream, knowing that this was going to be a very special being that she was birthing. So it's similar, though. We know this because we have that same awe when we witness a newborn, right? So pure, They smell so good. They're so precious. And it is written and said that those around uttered such disbelief at the light in Jesus' face. They said, did shine as the sun. His appearance sparkled. So I invite you, just as I shape this message today, keep that image, because I'm going to share a verse from the Aramaic teachings, the version of a scripture in Luke. And this is what the message of light is informing us, what is transmitted to us from this light that we speak of. And these are in those most mystical moments. So, from the Aramaic version, blessed is she who trusted, for what was spoken to her from the Lord will come to completion. And Mary said, my soul magnifies the Lord, and my spirit rejoices in God, my life giver. For he has seen the humility of his servant, and from now on generations will call me blessed. For the mighty one has done great things for me. Holy, holy is his name. His compassion rests upon generation after generation of those who live in reverent awareness. He has revealed strength through his power. He has scattered those who exalt themselves in their own thoughts. He has brought down the mighty from their thrones and lifted up the humble. He has filled the hungry with goodness and sent away the self-satisfied empty. He has upheld Israel, his servant, remembering his mercy, just as he spoke to our ancestors, to Abraham and his seed for all ages. Now that's the Aramaic scripture. New Thought, there's a New Thought interpretive reading as well from Luke. So hear the similarities as we go deeper into the way we look at these things. Blessed is the one who trusts, for what Spirit has spoken will find its fulfillment. When I read the scripture, it is my heart's desire that you personalize it, that it becomes your story. May you know that you are trusting what Spirit has spoken to you in the times where you've called out, and this has been fulfilled in your experience. So I go on. My soul magnifies the divine, and my spirit rejoices in the source of my life. The infinite has seen the humility of this open heart, and what is received in love will bless generations yet to come. The mighty presence works wonders, holy in essence, steadfast in compassion through all ages. Illusions of power fall away, self-exhausting thoughts dissolve, and humility is lifted into true strength. Those who hunger for meaning are filled, while those clinging to appearances are left unsatisfied. Divine love remembers its promise, the ancient covenant of faith, alive now and unfolding forever. So finally, full circle, the metaphysical interpretation also of this passage. And it's actually referred to as Mary's song in the Bible, because it's very poetic in its writing. And Mary represents our receptive soul, the dimension of human consciousness, willing to say yes to divine possibility. So think of what is your divine possibilities in this new year. Verse 45 affirms that belief itself is creative. What is accepted inwardly moves towards fulfillment outwardly. Mary knew she had given birth to an amazing being. Mary's song, known as the Magnificat, I knew I couldn't say it right, is not merely an expression of praise, because what we are listening to is spiritual law that is spoken in the poetic form. The lowly who are lifted up symbolize the humble states of consciousness our consciousness that is opening to spirit, while the proud and the mighty represent those egoic patterns that dissolve. Those dissolve when truth is recognized. This passage describes not only social reversal, but a profound inner reordering. Hunger points to spiritual desire. Those who long for meaning and truth are filled, while those content with appearances remain empty. God's mercy is not selective favor, but the constant principle of divine goodness, remembered and experienced when our consciousness aligns with it. The promise to Abraham symbolizes the eternal covenant between divine mind and humanity. What is planted in faith inevitably unfolds in fulfillment. Metaphysically, this passage proclaims that Christ consciousness is awakened whenever faith, humility, and receptivity come together. And I want to repeat that last powerful few words. Christ consciousness, this is what we celebrate every holiday of the 25th of December. Christ consciousness being awakened, not outside ourselves, not in a cradle or a manger somewhere, within you, with the cradle and the manger of your own heart. Christ consciousness is awakened whenever faith, humility, and receptivity come together. That's key to our message today. So as I was preparing, knowing that today is the solstice, and that it is a holy day, solstice has always been considered a very holy day, I spotted a book on my shelf. I have a whole series of different things about chakras and auras. They spill off the shelves. But one in particular is Wheels of Light by Rosalind Beret. And I opened and I was transformed to another realm of wonderment. And I tried to put it down and not want to read the whole story to you, but this is what I dedicate to you, Joey, because she starts with a legend. She starts her story about light as the wheels of power. Now, if I was to go on to lecture you about the chakras, they are all wheels of light, different colors of brilliant light, manifesting all the time. So wheels of power, she refers to them. And this is the legend of the Rainbow Warrior. This tribe that holds the second chance mesa sacred had at one time a great medicine chief who was said to see the rainbow beyond the rainbow, to see the rainbow beyond the rainbow. He was said to see the future, particularly the future of the people. He was the last chief to see in what they call the old way. He tried to pass his way of seeing onto his son, but before he could do so, a great war had broken out. The young son went to war and became a hero, but returned brokenhearted and bitter from defending a nation that needed him in war, but despised him in peace. He turned further and further away from the old ways of the people. He refused the curing ceremony, which could have healed his broken heart, and instead found forgetfulness in drink. He grew bitter against his father, too, for his father had foreseen that he would not remain a hero in the white man's eyes. The son reasoned that his father's sight was useless if all he saw was disappointment, without also seeing how to change those things that disappointed him. So he never attempted to see his father's way again. The father's explanation for his son's alcoholism was that the youth had seen the horrors of battle without purpose, and as a result, never wanted to see again. He drank to keep the sight away. Well, time passed. The Rainbow Chief began to have dreams of a young warrior to whom he could teach the Rainbow Way. And even though the Rainbow Chief continued to train other medicine apprentices, none of them ever saw the rainbow beyond the rainbow. Nobody really understood what the chief was talking about. Nevertheless, the people retained legends and stories about him. They kept those alive. They talked about the medicine chief who could see rainbows beyond rainbows, of one who knew the rainbow way so well he could look into a person's soul and know how it could be guided. When the son was in the middle 40s, still quite young and still an alcoholic, the rainbow chief went to be with the sky people. Soon thereafter, the son found God, became a born-again Christian, met and married a Christian lady, and had a baby son. As that son grew into his late teens, he became discouraged with Christianity. A half-breed, he wanted to go back and find his father's way. His search led him to Second Chance Mesa. There he discovered his tribe, met his people, found the apprentices that had worked with his grandfather. He decided to study with them, his own apprenticeship lasting 8 years. When it was time for his vision quest, one of his grandfather's apprentices, who had become the tribal medicine chief, took the young man for the walk and asked, "Do you know who your grandfather was?" "Well, my father told me he was a crazy old man," replied the boy. Upon hearing the boy's response, the medicine man proceeded to tell the story of the great medicine chief who had gone before him, the chief who had seen the rainbows beyond the rainbows. Second Chance Mesa is a strange place, very strange place, given to extraordinary weather patterns, unusual light effects, animals seen only by one person at a time. It was to this mysterious mesa that the medicine man sent the young warrior to his vision quest. Among the Native Americans, this vision quest is an essential part of initiation into adulthood. The youth is sent on a solitary vigil involving fasting and prayer in order to gain some sign of the presence and the nature of his guardian spirit. Often the sign is a dream in which his guardian spirit appears to him, usually in an animal form, instructing him and taking him on a visionary journey. Upon receiving these signs and visions, the young warrior returns home, indicates his success, and seeks out the shaman or medicine man to help him interpret what his vision meant. So, this youth arrived at the mesa early in the morning. For 3 days, 2 nights, he fasted, prayed, and waited for a vision. On the afternoon of the 3rd day, a terrible storm came. Just before the storm began, a beautiful eagle, who had been communicating with the young warrior all day, flew in and stretched a warning to him, as though to say, "By the way, this is it. This is the test." Then the great bird quickly disappeared. The sun set. Although the warrior never really saw it set because the sky was so dark, the storm kept up the entire night. It was all the young man could do to survive the torrent and the wind. The warrior was pelted with rain the whole night. He was shivering, freezing, hungry. His body, having been in the position of prayer for nearly 72 hours, ached mercilessly. Still the young warrior sat. Still he prayed and waited and waited. And sometime around sunrise, the storm ceased. As dawn broke, the clouds began to separate. The whole mesa was bathed in light. It was a special quality of light, and the young warrior was not sure whether he was dreaming or whether he was awake. He looked across the valley floor. There he saw a rainbow. He could see both ends of it as it arched across the valley. He looked upon it with the eyes and the heart of a child, as though this was the very first rainbow he ever set his eyes upon. The warrior looked away, his eyes searching the sky for the eagle. Within a moment, the great bird appeared, swooped over him, and screeched loudly. It proceeded to fly underneath the rainbow on the valley floor and then up over it. That is when the young warrior noticed the second rainbow above the first, separated by a golden layer. The eagle continued its ascent and flew, though yet another layer, revealing to the young warrior yet another rainbow. The great bird went still higher, another golden layer, whereupon the warrior saw beyond the layer a fourth rainbow. Elated with his experience, he looked around at the shrubs on the mesa and realized he could see rainbows around the shrubs. A rabbit dashed by him and he could see a rainbow around the rabbit. In those few moments, the young warrior realized that during the night he had gained his grandfather's sight. Proudly, he picked up his knife and went down the trail to find the medicine man. He found the teacher in his hut and told him what had happened. He told him about the eagle screeching and about the terrible storm that seemed to come from nowhere. Finally, the young warrior told the medicine man about the beautiful rainbows. I can see a rainbow around you now. Do you think that's what my grandfather saw? The medicine man sat for a moment in silence. Then he looked at the warrior and said, I don't know. No one has ever seen what your grandfather saw. Isn't that most incredible? I have tingles all the way through me. Because our journeys are so personal to us. Any vision quest that we went on ourselves personally, we can come back and try to tell the story, but it needs to be told to the ears that can hear and to understand and to hold it sacred and to hold it as truth. Earnest Holmes says we live in a universe of pure spirit, of pure being. We are, as Emerson said, in the lap of an infinite intelligence. There is a divine pattern at the center of every organ of the physical body. Can we see rainbows around that? We are given, he goes on, we are living in a spiritual universe which includes the material or physical universe. This spiritual universe is one of pure intelligence, perfect life, dominated by love, by reason, and by the power to create. I just love the story. Joy has directed my journey several times to the shaman's way, to have greater respect, and I'm so looking forward to the new year where we dovetail the teachings of New Thought with the indigenous wisdom of all time. I think we're going to learn a lot together, and our hearts will stretch wider than we've ever imagined, and we're going to see rainbows ourselves around all things. Because I know our journey here, this is what we strive for, self-awareness. When we entertain any kind of altered state of understanding, we are transcending then. We transcend what was, and we're seeing what is with great clarity, with an open heart, dropping our defenses, dropping our wanting it to be different, and just being with. Because we know we've spent hours bumping around in the dark in our journeys and never fully digesting what's before us, what's being presented to us, what's being asked of us, what is our power, what has our vision quest throughout a lifetime revealed to us, what is our personal spiritual power, because we might block it. The moment it tries to peek its way in and to distill its awareness into our heart, we might block it because resistance seems to show up in our patterns of denial. And that can provoke an anger and even more subtly stir in us an annoyance that we just want to dismiss this moment of insight. I can't do this. What's being asked of me? I believe, though, that we can choose our reactions once we can name them. Because we have felt ourselves long enough. We know ourselves. We become so used to them sometimes, though, our reactiveness, that we categorize them into the familiar, especially if we feel hurt or uncomfortable. Those are sorrowful times. But who wants to hang out there? None of us do. But think of the young man in the story. He could have freaked out during that vision quest. I mean, I can't even fast 12 hours, it seems like. I get grouchy. So here, but he could have freaked out and then followed his own Father's way, made another choice, abandoned the search. That was the search to understand his roots. He could have gone and had a good stiff drink and got over this wanting to know about his clan, and etc. But within him was the soul burning purpose to know something greater about the spiritual life. Now, I have had the privilege of standing in this space for several years now, looking back at you, all of you, with rainbows in your own way, your own light, revealed back to me. That each one of you has that same soul burning of something greater. There's got to be something greater in the spiritual life. This Christ consciousness being awakened. Now, it was awakened in him because his faith, his humility, and his receptivity had come together. The radiance of light demonstrated in the rainbow initiated him into the glory of a greater presence. Such a great personal power. So are you ready for that? Wouldn't that be the greatest gift you could give to yourself? To just say, yes, I'm ready. Can this be the vision quest to overcome what was so that you can receive a gift that will empower you henceforth? We are reminded that the light is eternal, lives in all things. We don't have to make a great effort, but we do need to humble ourselves. We are asked to surrender to the web of life itself. This year might have beaten you up a little bit, some of you. But we can do this. We can retrieve our seemingly lost power and stand in our truth. Stand in our deepest knowing, because our deepest knowing is rooted in service to all beings. Now, all year, we have talked various ways how to be in harmony with life. When we respect all forms of life and treat all beings with this sweet kindness. And I know we have grown in our hearts. I know we have. I can feel it. It's tangible in this room. We've struggled to find our own footing to cope with behaviors that it seem cruel and heartless. And we have to face what seems so filled with hate and greed and dishonesty in our society that it seems that lying becomes a second nature. But we rise higher. We are those that are in the midst of it all, but we rise higher in our consciousness, knowing that something eternal is leading our heart to burn brighter as a reflection of the great Creator, as it is said in the story, and we shine. So I'm going to invite Judy up. I'm going to lead you back into a vision quest of your own star that was spoken about earlier. And this other book I'm referring to is Sandra Ingerman, and it's called Walking in the Light. It's a very brief little meditation, but I thought, why not? Why not serve ourselves with this? So I invite you to close your eyes and ground your feet and imagine at first the blackness. Just focus on that. Just feel the effortlessness of meeting nothingness. Feel it in the cells of your body, just for a moment. The darkest dark. And then request within yourself that personal desire to sink deeper, to know the light within. Effortlessly. You set your intention and you imagine the star high in the heavens, your star, a star with your name. Inwardly, you merge with that star. You feel yourself learning more and more about the brilliance of the starlight, its message to you by becoming the starlight. Recognize in this moment of time, you are a walking star in the world. You are linked to that great light. Experience how far your light shines. There's no limitation to it. Notice your potential light up all around you. How effortless it is to shine and radiate. Effortlessly, your light meets you in the cells of your being. You are lighting up brighter. There is a merging into one light. As effortless as that, it is so. Light is transforming you and light is healing you. Our connective nature is nothing more than the vast unconditional love that weaves its way through every cell membrane of our body. We become one with the source, and we experience ourselves as source, as our divine nature, as pure light. Go deeper. Always flowing now with radiant light, being in the world with the intention, I choose to be the light bearer. I am initiating myself this morning into reinforcing a light within, remembering each time something comes or causes my light to waver, I can stop right there and I can chant, I am the light, I am the light, I am the light. From within, so without, transforming the energy around you. From within, so without, transforming the energy all around you. Remember your star. Your star has been shining for millions of miles. It is radiating because it is light. The light is your essential nature. Remain a promise. Remain true to the intention of good as you let your light shine, as you raise your consciousness to a higher truth. This is your destiny. This is your destiny as you burn brightly right now. Absorbed in the light, absorbed into your cells. When you feel ready, you gradually return, but never disengaging from the starlight, because the starlight is your true nature. You keep shining. You keep shining as you return to form. Keep that light flowing through you, managing it as your personal power so you can be in this world. We breathe with that. As we witness the union of body, mind, and spirit in the retelling of the Vision Quest story this morning. We give thanks for that, knowing it's already so, always has been. We just see rainbows now. Thank you, God. And together we say, and so it is. So a final quote from Jane Richardson. I can't leave you without this. This is the night when you can trust that any direction you go, you will be walking towards the dawn. So you can't do it wrong. The light is leading you and carrying you, as is Joey, as he takes us now deeper. Hold that light and listen to his heart. Thank you.
I'd like to invite the ushers forward. As we prepare to give our offerings this morning, I know our hearts are filled with love and appreciation, since what's offered here is for our spiritual well-being. We're filled with gratitude, knowing that life stays in balance, for it is true, as I give, I receive. I give thanks for the blessed donations received in the offering this morning and those that come in during the week. I know each dollar supports the spiritual family in many ways as we grow together, pray together, and give thanks for all that the sinner has been blessed with today and always. And so it is.
Okay. That's not working. This song is called Freedom. And to me, it's about the light in the story that Reverend Sue was talking about. Am I free to be myself and to go through that, change for myself? And I choose to make the change. So.
That was a fun one. I felt that in my knees. That doop, boop, boop, doop, boop. My knees are going, doop, doop, doop. I think I can skip. I'm not going to try it here, but I'll try it at home. So I wanted to invite you to know that the practitioners are here in service today. Lori just opened the bookstore for those last minute things that are keeping you awake at night because you didn't buy it yet. It's in the bookstore for you to finish your shopping. So thank you all for being here. And I do want to encourage you to come on the 24th. The choir has worked tirelessly to present the most beautiful evening. And I just would like every chair filled here so that you can hear that and open your heart. Bring your family, bring your friends. Many people tell me, but I do my Christmas Eve on Christmas Eve. And that's okay. Carve out an hour and do something spiritual. Twisting. Anyway, hope to see you there. It's going to be a beautiful evening. So we're going to stand, we're going to rise and do the peace song together.